All. This is Logeshwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, St.Josephs College of Arts and Science for Women, Azure. Today we learn about programming in C. Today we learn about the following topics: overview of C, why learn C, so what are the importance of C programming, so basic structure of C program, so how to create and execution of C program, so character set and C tokens. Overview of C. So C is a high-level language. It's developed by Dennis Ritchie at the Bell Laboratory in 1972. It is a very popular language. The main reason for popularity is a fundamental language in computer field. So C is associated with Unix operating system. So all Unix applications have been written in C. And at the same time, C compiled in variety platform. So next question is why learn C? So it is one of the popular language. So if you know C very well, so easy to learn is other programming language. So suppose if you very well in C, so easily learn to C++. Is the basic language is C. So easily learn to C++, Java, Python also. C is a very fast comparison is other programming language, fast access. C was initially used for system development work, so particularly the programs that make up of the operating system. Question: importance of C program. So C is the robust language. So why we are called as a robust language means robust means strong. So C is used to strong memory management. So you see it has the so many building function, data types, operators, so which can be used write any complex program. And C programs are very efficient and it has capable of assembly language and high level language also. So well suitable for system software and application software. And C is also highly portable language because the code written in one machine so can be moved to other easily. So it is a very important feature for that. And C support the direct memory access using the pointers. It is also very useful for memory resources. And next one, C has the high level constructor. It means user friendly language. So all syntax are in English. So these are the importance of C. So now we are going to see basic structure of C program. So every C program has different sections and it has used to different purposes. The first section is documentation section. It is used to description of the program. So it is what it consists of program name, program objectives, author name and other details also. So it contains the commands. Suppose if we give the single line, you have to use double slash with command. Suppose you have to use multiple line, so enclosed with slash asterisk and commands. So one example is here. So first line, it has the three multiple lines is there. So first line is mentioned that aim of the program. Second line is author of the program. So third one, date. Section, header file section. It is a very important section. It is necessary for every program, so which are required for the working of different function in the program. For example, #include stdio.h. it is a header file. So this header file has the so many input and output functions. For example, scanf and printf. If you use in your program scanf and printf, you must include a standard input output header file. So next one, #include conio.h. it means as a console input output header file. So it has the some functions also. So clear screen, get ch also. So if you use your program clear screen, you have to include conio.h. So and then suppose if you need mathematical functions in your program, you must include math.h. So next one, definition section. This section is only used for symbolic constant. Some identifiers are used to fixed values. So so you have to using symbolic constants. So the symbolic constants must be a capital letter. For example, so pi has a fixed range. So you have to define in symbolic constants. What is the syntax? Hash define your variable, symbolic constants variable. So pi 3.14, we have to assign the 3.14 values to pi variable. So the symbolic constant must be a capital letter, so you can give to pi as a capital. Okay, so next one more example is here. So hash define, that is a syntax, so you can give the symbolic constant value as size. So you have to assign the 10 to size. Okay, these are the example for the definition section. So next, global variable declaration section. This section is declared the global variable. So the global variable have a global scope that can be accessed and magnified any functions or structures also, and global variables are declared before the main functions. Some examples also here is main function sections. So every C program must have the main function. It has the two parts. Number one, local variable declaration, another one executable sections. The local variable sections, a local variable section means it can declare the inside of the block, so or functions. So it can, unlike the global variable, and it can also declare the local variable as the beginning of the block. For example, int x. So int is a data type. We can give the variable as x is a local variable. So next one, executable statement. The executable statement section is consist of all the instructions to be executed. All executable programs start with opening brace of main function and end with closing brace of main functions. So next section is subprogram section. It is a user defined sections. If you want to add one, if you add so many functions in your program, so that called as the subprogram sections. So main function is very important. Suppose if you need add so many user defined function, so that program, that function is called as the subprogram function. Okay, creating and executing the C program. So next question, creating and executing a C program. So how to create or execute the program, we will see. So first of all, we need to create a C program for execution after edit your source code. So what is meant by source code? The set of instructions, set of statements that called as the source code. Okay, after that, once you complete source code, so you have to save your file name dot C. Okay, so after that, compile your program. So after creating or editing your source code, we need to compile by using the compiler. Okay, if compiler does not detect any errors in your program, it produces the object file. Okay, so it object file name as your file name dot opg. For example, if you save your file hello.c, so the object file extension is automatically converted hello.obj. Suppose the compiler detect the error in your program, so is automatically returned to step 1. So you have to edit your source program. So again you have to save your program. After you have to compile. Again you have to compile. Okay, so next, link. So link is not a link, the object file, not executable file. Suppose if you execute your file, though you have to use linker. So if no error occur, the linker produce the executable files. So having the extension .exe. So the file name hello.exe. So next one, execute. So after executing a file, we can run your program. So we need to determine whether it work properly or not. So if application does not work properly, we need to move the step 1 again. Okay, so after edit your program, again you have to save your program, again compile and again execute. After that you have to complete. Okay, so let me see the sample program. So displaying the hello world. So first we should use the header file, the standard input output header file, because it has the so many input functions and output functions in our program. So we should use the printf, that is output program. So we must include the header files. After the main functions, every C program has the main function. The main function starting from open brace. After you can give the printf. Within quotes you have to give any content. So now we use to hello world. Okay, so the printf statement just displaying the content in this program. So after end of the main function, you should give closed braces after the output as hello world. Character set. So what is in the characters? Any data or information that called as the character. So group of letters or informations processed in the programming language. So it means the character set. So what are the characters is there? So any alphabet, digits and special characters are the character. So it is used to form the word, numbers or expressions. So first one, alphabets. The alphabet means A to Z is the alphabet. Digit 0 to 9. So special characters are plus, minus, less than, greater than. These are the special character. So white space character means any space, tab and new line, also the white space character. Next we are going to see C tokens. So this C tokens is the smallest individual units that are called as the C tokens. C has a 6 types of tokens. So first one, keyword, identifier, constants, string, special symbols and operators. First we will see the keyword. Keyword is a predefined word. So already that meaning is very well know the C programming and given to the compiler. So C programming is a predefined. So it is also known as the reserved word. So we cannot alter that keyword. C programming has the 32 keywords. It must be written in lowercase. Some examples here: int, float, for, if. So these are the called as the keyword. So next one, identifiers. Identifier as any variables, constants, functions and arrays are called as the identifier. You can also define as a set of values. It means we can create the one or more letters or one or more digits. So that is the identifiers. Okay, identifiers is defined by user. So it means you have to you should try to give meaningful name. For example, suppose if you make any program in employee dependent program, so you should give the identifier name as employee name, employee ID. So this is a very easy to understand for user. So you should try to give the meaningful name. 31 characters for long identifiers. Some implementation of C only recognize the 8 characters. Okay, so the identifiers must follow the first character should be a letter. So both uppercase and lowercase letters are recognized as differently. For example, the first count is uppercase, the another count is lowercase. The identifier name as count is are same, but it can take 2 different identifiers. So next, underscores allowed in C program. So space and other symbols is not allowed in C. So we should give meaningful name for the depend on the context. Going to see data types. So each variable has associated with data types. So what is the data types? Data types is referred as a type of data. So the any variables can store like the integers, characters, floating and double. So integer means it can store the only whole number. Suppose the variable only store on the whole numbers, we can declare the data type as integer. Suppose that variable store on character, we can declare the data types as character. So each data types require the different amount of memory. So data type is a collection of data. Next we are going to see variable. So variable is used to hold a values that can be modified by the program. So variable is an identifiers. The data items can be accessed in the program by referencing the variable name. So each variable has the specific storage locations. These locations can contain the real, integers or characters also. So how to declare the variables? All variables declared in the declaration sections. Next, syntax for declaration. First you should give the data types and give the variable. So after, suppose if you want multiple variable, you should give the data type space. So variable 1, variable 2, variable 3 and so on, variable n. So you put a comma separately. End of the statement you should give the semicolon. So some examples is here. So single variable declaration and multiple variable declarations. We are going to see creating valid variables. What are the rules for creating valid variables? So some rules followed the creating the valid variables. The first one, ANSYS support the 31 characters for long variable, but some implementation of C program so only recognize 8 characters. So next one, the first character should be a letter, the second rule. Third rule, so both uppercase letters and lowercase letters it recognizes differently. So underscore is allowed in valid variable, say spaces and other symbols is not allowed, so they are the invalid. So some examples is here for valid and invalid variable. So area, this example, so no spaces there, so there is a valid variable. So my underscore count, this one also valid because underscore supported in valid variable. So next one, invalid variable. So what are the invalid variable? A space ria, because the space cannot be used. So that is the invalid. So one test, the first letter should be a letter, so the one is a number, so it cannot allowed, so this one is invalid. Next, constants. So constant means, what is meant by constant? Fixed value. Okay, it is a unchanged value, so that is the constants. So we cannot unchanged during the execution program, so that's only we are called as the constant values. There are different types of constants values, the integer constants, floating constants, character constants, string constants, and so on. So it means declaration of constants. What is the declaration of constants? It means we need to declare the constants first, after that we can use that value. So what are the syntax for declaration of constants? This is a syntax for the declaration of constants. Const keyword, data type, constant name equal to constant value. At the end of the statement we should give semicolon. So this is the example for the constants, declaring constants. So first one, const space int a equal to 10. So a is the constant value, so const is a keyword, int is the data type, a is a constant name, so equal to constant value as 10. So we can assign the value as 10 to a. So a is the constant value. So one more example, const float pi equal to 3.141592. So 3.141 is assigned to the pi constant value, so it cannot change during the execution of the program. Thank you.